Always a welcome sight if you're a Quezonian.
Of course, always. Especially at home.
Oo naman.
And Coach Louie confirms that he is watching and
Oo
he
nga.
says regards to you, Ken.
Maraming salamat, Coach Louie.
Thank you for watching, Coach.
Ito may quarter scoring
Oo.
Quezon, plus 10, plus 12. But Caloocan making some headway here in the third quarter. Pero nakaisa na naman si JP Sarao para dito sa Quezon.
Oh, actually maganda yung start nila doon sa third na yun. Remember, Jaggy Laude at one point became the leading scorer for their team. And then Manlangit closed out that quarter with a 3 after making one earlier. But it's just that yung sagot rin ng Quezon Huskers. How much more of the backside can you cover when you know na that strong ball side part of the floor is also a threat? So you got to pick your poison. You can't cover everything.
Chris Bitoon, Nomer Gonzalez in street clothes.
Yeah, those two guys definitely.
Si Gabi Espinas din, malaking bagay
Yeah.
na wala sa kanila ngayon.
I got to I had a short chat with Coach Mike Sagigit. I think that was on the second game of him coaching itong Caloocan, and he says
Yung sa Imus,
yung sa Imus, he says that with all the talent here in Caloocan, he's very excited to implement the system as LJ has not missed from 3.
11 points for LJ Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's 3 out of 3 from 3. And so far, between LJ and Judel, it's 9 out of 10.
Sa kung titignan mo yung shot distribution nitong Quezon, si Judel lang actually has the most number of attempts with 10. Pero sobrang kalat
Oh, kalat.
Everyone gets to eat.
Yeah. And yun ang prinsipyo nila offensively. We're not passing based on personality. We're passing based on reads. And if you're on that side of the floor, which is a good read for us, you will get that ball, and you better make sure you make the right decision out of it.
They only have 2 guys averaging in double figures. That's Judel Fuentes and JP Sarao. Here's Fuentes who fires on net for free.
Tell you what, even on a shot, when I thought it was gonna go short, with the way he released it, still finds bottom of the net.
Quezon is 15 out of 30 from beyond the arc, and Judel Fuentes knocking down his 7th triple, pushing this lead up to 27, 74, 47. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. The storage shooting run continues from downtown. Galing dito sa Quezon Huskers. Sa panig ng Caloocan, susunod nilang kalaban June 16. Ang Marikina Shoe Masters on the 23rd versus Manila Batang Quiapo. And then that big showdown on the 28th against the Abra Solid North Weavers.
I'm pretty sure for Coach Mike Sagigit, that's a marked date right there on June 28th. You always do that if you're going up against the Abra Weavers. Because they've been just a tough team to go up against.
Judel Fuentes, 21 points, all of his makes coming from beyond the arc, 7 of 8 shooting from that distance. 15 of 30, 50% shooting clip for Caloocan.
And Judel Fuentes is their leading scorer, their leading field goal maker, their leader in 3-point makes, their leader in free throws. He has actually not missed a single free throw this season.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
Almost 2 minutes gone by. Quezon has been in the lead from the get-go. Never trailed in this match. Gonzalez, 2 FEU guys. And Gonzalez and Sanga. LJ trying to break down the defense of Sanga. Puts up a free off the heel. Rebound controlled by Caloocan. Jeremy Cabanag. Swing pass. Sanga for free. It's
yeah.
good.
Well, that's one other guy who hasn't missed from 3 yet. Paul Sanga is 2 out of 2.
And just to inform you, Coach Mike, this is the most frees Judel has had this season. Previous high was 5 3-pointers knocked down in that game against Pasay where they lost.
Right. Tsaka yung yung mga games na maganda yung start pero hindi masustain papunta sa dulo ng mga quarters. Yun ang nagiging challenge para dito kay Judel.
Bagsak si Cristorado after he got fouled.
Well, want to make a quick shout out to Jao Arsenas as well, my pamangkin, who's always watching the MPBL games.
Ooh. Paul Sanga got teed up. Apparently had choice words for our game official. The guy who hit the buzzer-beating shot from around 30 feet. Topeng Lagrama back in, the hometown hero.
Tsaka napaka-inspirational rin naman kasi ng kwento nito ni Topeng Lagrama.
No, he played for Quezon National High School, but he didn't get a chance to play and study in college. And sumikat talaga ito sa mga ligang labas, and eventually finding his way to this really loaded and talented lineup ng Quezon. Before that though, he had a stint with Pampanga. He was also a crowd favorite.
Right.
In San Fernando, obviously.
Actually, that's where I first saw him play. And I was, man, this guy can hoop.
Oo naman.
Ang liit, pero this guy can hoop. And I'm not surprised that he's playing here at this level.
Saka napakatapang niyan. He
naman.
won't back down from anybody. No matter what your height is, your experience. Same goes for this guy, Cristorado. Making both.
Kaya magandang matchup yung dalawang yan eh. Actually, tatlo yan eh, di ba? Itong si Cristorado, Topeng Lagrama, and who's that other one from nasa Iligan na kay Coach?
Pati si Jer Olegario.
Jer Olegario, that's right.
Yari tayo kay Coach Louie yan.
Oo. Ano yan? Energy bunny ni Coach Louie yan.
Oo.
And he just comes up with really good things once Coach Louie puts him in. Ano ni Coach Louie, ang ano raw is that yung timing when you're gonna insert him on the floor.
Yeah. And you know, with the pieces that he has, I mean, like I said, I haven't covered any Ilagan game this season, but from the ones I've watched, yung mga pyesa niya, somehow it fits it.
Yeah. I tell you, the record might not speak for itself, but Ilagan is one of the teams you don't want to meet in the playoffs because you're pretty sure you're gonna be in for a dogfight because those guys just compete. There's no give up from the very first possession up to the very last. At least that's how I perceive them to be. The games that I've covered and I've seen, and talagang consistent dun sa binitawan ni Coach Louie in the preseason where he said that this is going to be a very defensive team.
Yeah.
And so that's what they've been.
Sa poste pupunta ang Quezon. Fuentes na naman bumukol sa tres. Wala yan this time. Cristorado.
Missed the couple, no?
Oo, dalawa lang. JJ Manlangit powers through. Didn't matter the contact. Basket and one for JJ Manlangit.
Yeah, and they're getting the quality minutes from JJ Manlangit right now. Manlangit so far has got 9 points on a 3 of 7 shooting in 12 minutes of action.
This is the closest they've been since dumamang ng mahigit 20 puntos. Itong Quezon. Pwede pa ito 75-56. Gabanal. Almost a steal, but only 3
seconds.
on their shot clock. Gabanal, the pass. Lagrama from almost half court. Almost.
Well, look good.
That would have brought the house down had that gone in. Cristorado maintaining his balance. Manlangit, Bubuos got a piece of that one.
And right now, Caloocan cannot afford to have empty possessions every time. They gotta figure out.
JP Sarao. 6 seconds on their shot clock. Gabanal, the bullet pass inside. Magbuhos, malakas. Rebound controlled by Manlangit. Halfway point of the fourth. Cabanag is free. Opts to draw closer. Good decision. He got fouled and he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
Sayang they had Paul Sang on the left side on the wing. And so far, he's been the best 3-point shooter. He hasn't missed any. He's 2 out of 2.
Meanwhile, may balita tayo kay Miss Gianna Llanes.
Yes, kwento ni Jeremy Cabanag na dati ay nag-a-apply pa siya for coaching jobs sa ibang bansa. Pero ngayon, there is nowhere he would rather be but here in the Philippines playing in the MPBL. Siyempre, dahil sa sinalian nila na tournament off-season, siya ay naging finals MVP. Marami daw rin kasi siyang pinagdaanan sa basketball career niya. Pero ang Caloocan daw talaga ang nagpakita sa kanya ng kanyang potensyal. Sabi niya, hindi kasi sila nahihiya sabihin sa akin kung ano ang kailangan ko i-improve. At doon daw nabuo ang tiwala nila sa isa't isa. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Gianna. And, it's been a tough road for Jeremy Cabanag. He played for San Beda, but he was mostly a third-string guard. That was the Robert Bolick days. He was glued to the bench and didn't have that stellar career in the collegiate ranks. And ang dami natin narinig na kwento na ganyan na gusto na lang magtrabaho sa iba instead of playing basketball. But, some teams, especially here in the MPBL, have given guys like Jeremy an opportunity to shine. And boy, he had that stellar campaign in last season. He was actually leading Caloocan in scoring for them as Jeff Panday able to score. Lamang bumaba sa 16 puntos, 75-59. This play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
One of the very few times they got beat inner thirds of the floor. And Manday making the most out of it.
Coach Eric Gonzalez, Sus for time. We'll be back. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Kumusta ka naman, Coach Mike?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about how I get to that reunion with our with our batchmates. Kasi yung may mga childhood friends namin came all the way from Negros, went here. They got in early this morning, and we're meeting them up later on.
8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Romel Calahat, 6, 4, and 3 naman for JP Sarao. That's our update on our player matchup today. It's many other guys who have stepped up. Judel Fuentes with 22 points.
And that's how quick LJ is. You need to have 2 guys guarding him as he tries to get the ball inbounds from the backcourt.
Malayo pa ito Quezon, hindi pwedeng makampante. We've seen Caloocan mount 2 comeback victories already this season.
And you still have Paul Sanga in there. Those threes are still going to be very possible.
High low.
That's
Santagon
too high.
on a clean catch.
It's too high.
Caloocan inuunti-unti tapyasan itong Kalamangan.
Yeah, they went on that dribble handoff, eventually a slot to slot, which ended up in a high-low look. Pero sobrang taas ng pasa.
Valencia inside, can't hit it. Gonzalez. LJ behind the back. Ooh, hard foul given up by Jeremy Cabanag. Ang galing ni LJ sa ganun eh. He would make you commit one way and then go the other.
At saka pag full head of steam na siya
Oo.
pababa, wala na, mahirapan ka na. The only way you're gonna stop him is sa taas pa lang or sasabayan mo siya sa pag-layup niya inside the paint. Which for the most part, you either foul him, send him to the line, or he makes that layup.
Actually, yun yung mahirap sa kanya eh. Full head of steam. Pero mayroon siyang ability to still change direction.
Yeah. This guy plays with a lot of pace.
Oo.
Ang next level kay LJ is the art of deceleration.
Oo.
He's too quick going downhill. Na minsan may mga instances na he has to slow down and for him to see, vision on the floor.
Valencia short again. Foul called on Quezon. They are in penalty. 2 free throws coming up for Romel Calahat. Third foul on Vince Magbuhos.
Well, Vince has not gotten himself going in this game. While he's been a help defensively, but he's so much better than how he's performed today.
Calahat getting the boost. But he has gotten under the skin of Romel Calahat o si Vince
Oo,
Magbuhos.
totoo naman. At saka he's had games when he's been really the primary guy for the Quezon Huskers. And right now, especially with how these guys are composed as a team and as a roster, it's really just different guys taking over in different games.
Lead at 16. Gabanal. Tamsi again. Hits the side of the backboard. Gets it back. LJ Gonzalez.
Wow.
Gabanal for free. No good.
Oh man.
Multiple opportunities here for Quezon after Caloocan unable to secure the defensive board. LJ
wow.
splitting the defense. Goes up strong. It's good. Plus a foul. What a sequence for LJ Gonzalez.
Boy, we talked about LJ playing with a lot of pace, and surely pace and handles, full display right there. Splits that double team, absorbs the contact, has enough balance to finish going glass. And don't you just love that version of LJ tonight if you're the Quezon Huskers?
Cabanag fouls out for Caloocan, finishing with a total of 9 points. 9 of 10 from the free throw line, but 0 of 6 from the field. It's been a tough outing tonight for Jeremy Cabanag.
Yeah. He really could not catch a good rhythm. In as much as he tried, he got touches, no? May mga touches siya eh, pero yung flow hindi niya makuha eh.
Calahat back to Brian Enriquez. Turnover na naman. The 15th for Caloocan. Gonzalez lost it. Very miscue. 3-on-1 fast break. Manlangit can't finish. It's been that type of a ball game para dito sa Caloocan.
I'd say also, Ken, it's been that type of defensive game that Gabanal has played.
Yeah.
He was outnumbered in that situation. He turned from one guy to the next who's trying to make a layup inside the paint in transition, and it's been just that good defensively.
It may not show up in the numbers, Coach Mike, but boy, Gabanal set the tone defensively here tonight for Quezon.
Agree. He made that three, got good stops, refused to get screened, moved on his feet, and he took on everyone from guards all the way to the bigs.
No, this is a different role for him this time around for Quezon. His numbers really down. Remember, this was a former MPBL MVP back when he was
Yes.
playing for Bacoor.
Yes.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And the guys behind us, the fans of the Huskers, are getting really loud because Eman Tagle is finally on the floor.
Pinagkaaguluhan pala to dito, ha? Si
Oo.
Eman Tagle.
Akala ko malakas na yung hiyaw kay Topeng Lagrama.
Oo.
Iba yung decibels nung kay Eman Tagle.
2:20 left here. Quezon up by 17 points. Gonzalez has been the man here in the fourth for the Huskers. He will slow things down here. Quezon 2-1 at home this season. Their lone loss against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Crossover, spin, the bump, the shot won't work. Last 2 minutes here, Caloocan. Lot of ground to make up here. Jeff Manday, laban kay Yero. Manday gets past Yero, lays it up, and he'll head to the line for 2 free throws.
Bigat ng depensa ng Quezon Huskers. Not even having your top 2 shooters tandemed on one side of the floor could shift and stop the defensive activity of the Huskers. Manday and Manlangit were on that left side of the floor on the same time. Manday gave it up to Manlangit, made that corner fill. He got that ball on the corner, but still couldn't get off a shot because the defense just kept staying right in front of them.
And of course, the question is, when will the return of Crispy Toon be? Although the next 2 games, pretty much winnable for them. Kalaban nila Marikina, then Manila. But on the 28th, that's around roughly 3 weeks from now, 20 days from now. Tama, actually 3 weeks from now. Will that be enough time for Crispy Toon to recover and be back for that big game? And finally, Vince Magbuos joining the party with a 3.
Right. And you know what? Much as we talked about how these Huskers have been good tonight, there are games where they need a little bit of edge, to which I feel that Gab Banal is the one who provides that for them. But let's not forget, Will Gozum is a guy that I think is going to come back this season. And curiously, how does that now end up in the mix for Coach Eric and the Huskers?
Timeout. Galing dito sa Batang Kangkalu. At 16 ang lamang ng Quezon, 83-67. Head of Operations Emerita Commissioner Kenneth Remdes and Head of Security Rudy Distrito. Seeing the tail end of this one between Caloocan and Quezon, and the Quezonians medyo hindi halata dito pero they're a happy bunch right now because of this impending win by the Quezon Huskers over Caloocan. Ayun, masaya
We're
siya.
seeing smiles right there.
Hindi nila alam may camera eh.
Actually, dito sila sa likod natin. Ayan, kaway-kaway.
Ayan naman pala. Ang sasaya nila, no? But it's always good to be here in Lucena. And the fans here are pretty knowledgeable, pretty amicable. 70 seconds remaining. Jeff Manday, bonus free throw, good. Lead down to 15. Now, this was a golden opportunity for Caloocan to move up the team standings. because Pampanga lost yesterday. They ran into a pretty determined Quezon Huskers, raring to bounce back, and boy, Quezon bouncing back in a big way.
Tagle wants to take solo here against Enriquez.
Mantagle sa loob, floats it up. Can't get it to go. Manday pushing it. Jeff Manday. Straight away, no. He last second dishing it out to his 3x3 teammate JJ Manlangit. Enriquez pupukol sa tres.
Should go
Yes.
in, right. That's the favorite spot of Brian Enriquez, that left side corner 3.
Jared Sevilla, another homegrown, comes in the last 35 seconds. How about Gab Banaldo?
Yeah. Just a bundle of performance that he gave these Huskers. Defensively, the non-stat things.
Crowd darling pala dito si Mantagle, no?
Oo nga.
Manday able to steal the pocket of Lagrama. Enriquez puts up a free off the heel. And that should do it. Quezon bouncing back from that heartbreaking loss against Abra the last time out. And giving something for the Quezonians to be happy about, winning this one. And they're 3-1 at home. Again, that lone loss kontra sa Pampanga. They won against Binyan, Isabela, and here against the Caloocan, Batang Kangkalu.
And I feel more than the win, it's the manner by which the Huskers have played together. And surely these Huskers feel deep in them that the Huskers are back to who they really are.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory, feel more game with 1xBet.
Judel Fuentes, I mean, what more can you say? He's been shooting the lights out, 7 of 9 from 3. And 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. And every time that they mounted a comeback, he just answered with his own triple.
And Judel Fuentes with those barrage of threes piloting Quezon with this very important win over Caloocan, 83-71. Let's go courtside to Miss Gianna Llanes.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Judel Fuentes. Judel, napansin naman you guys had a lot of points, fast break points from turnovers, which is very similar actually sa ginawa ng Abra sa inyo from last game. Paano nakamotivate sa inyo na gusto niyo talagang bumawi from that last loss against Abra?
Unang-una, yung defense namin kasi against doon sa Abra is nag-collapse kami sa depensa namin, kaya yun siguro yung natalo kami sa mga turnovers namin, and yun ngayon napakita namin yung depensa namin and nag-less turnover kami ngayong game na yun.
And Judel, hindi lang ikaw but a lot of your teammates were very efficient from beyond the arc. You had a lot of 3-point shots as well. Paano nyo sinisigurado na effective kayo from the 3-point line?
Every practice namin, nag-uusap-usap kami mga players na kailangan namin bumawi sa game na to kasi nga last game namin against Abra is talagang pangit yung mga laro namin. And then ngayon, credits din sa mga coach na nagtrabaho talaga, and kami din mga players na nagtrabaho din sa loob ng court.
Judel, I'm sure malaking bagay din ang encouragement ng inyong home crowd. Ano ang mensahe mo sa kanila at sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa inyo?
Sa lahat ng mga taga-Quezon, salamat po sa lahat ng mga suporta nyo. Matalo-matalo. Salamat pa rin sa walang sawang suporta nyo sa amin.
Sino pa ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Una-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord sa binigay niyang panalo, and thank you din po kay Governor Helen Tan, kay Boss RD na nanonood ngayon, and kay Kong Mike, kay Doc Kim Tan, and kay Mayor Ralph Lim, and sa pamilya ko sa Davao, sa asawa ko, and sa makulit ko na dalawang anak, kay Mateo and kay Matia, and kay Sevi na nandito ngayon, and kay Boss Marion, sa mama papa ko, and sa biyanan ko, Bakmi Davao, Bakmi Makati, Mawab, and sa lahat ng nakasuporta sa amin.